Hello, my name is Johnny Thomas, and I am going over the Transition to Design section of the CCP final project. So first of all, I'll be going over the client's intake form. My client is Rick Thomas. I can see that working out has been a part of his whole life, and that movement is very important to him. I noticed that he doesn't sleep well, and that is something that I would like to have an ongoing conversation with him to see what changes need to be made in order to prioritize his sleep. I also noticed right away in the intake form that he does have heart problems. He has severe congestive heart failure. With this, checking in more often on a weekly basis is necessary. Asking when and how his cardiology appointments go will definitely give me some insight as to how to program his workouts. Having my client create a morning routine that involves tracking his weight, his blood pressure, and just jotting down his overall how he feels will be positive habits for his long-term success. Understanding the importance of sodium intake and focusing on clean eating must be priority to maintain his cardiovascular disease. As a coach, it's important that I am in consistent communication with him for just overall accountability and emotional support. As far as the initial consultation, I noticed Rick likes to be organized, in control of his environment, taking ownership and working hard is important to him. His priorities are his relationship with God and his family, and providing for his family. He's most organized at work. Being able to physically move with exercise, his family and work is important to him. His 1-year goal or short-term goal is to return all labs and body composition measurements to healthy optimal levels. His 3rd year or long-term goal is having more physical freedom, mental, emotional freedom. He understands the value of having a coach. He understands the value of having a coach program his workouts, and consistency, creating freedom and long-lasting results for him. He seems to be a client that is willing to do work and make it his lifestyle. So making working out part of his lifestyle. He's a long-term client. I prescribe getting outside and soaking in the morning and afternoon sunshine for several reasons. Firstly, the timing of the sunshine works with the timing of our bodies releasing hormones. Vitamin D has a crucial role in regulating hormones. If we can support what our body needs, the immune system works properly, there's less stress on the body, hence less stress on his heart. Secondly, just getting outside creates breaks for him throughout his day. So just to get away from daily stress. Thirdly, exposing himself to morning and afternoon sunlight has been proven to help with sleep. So long term, that will help with his sleep disruptions. I also prescribed electronics be put away at least 90 minutes prior to sleep. Again, that will help with his brain, no disruptions in the pineal gland. It'll just help him overall calm down and get into that sleep rhythm. I prescribe drinking half of his body weight. I prescribe drinking half of his body weight in ounces, drinking water. However, I want him to manage that, and as far as like how he feels, because we don't want him to hold on to any kind of extra water weight, because that will stress out the heart. I prescribed weight training, whether that is machine work, band work, activating those stabilizer muscles, dumbbells, slow and controlled. And then along with that, daily walking in or outside, ideally outside, and biking, and then eventually stair step to gradually increase his cardiovascular system or his sustain system. I have strongly encouraged wearing a heart monitor as well, so that will help him gauge whether or not he's in the red zone, or if he needs back off, or he's okay. As far as the OPEX body portion, I noticed his body fat is 28%. I would like to create a goal to lower that to get him in more of the 18 to 24% range. Based on the average percentage of men's skeletal muscle mass, it seems that Rick's muscle mass is above average, being at 139.4 pounds of muscle mass. Going into the move section, Rick failed his scratch test, so he does have limited range of motion in his shoulders. His right shoulder is elevated. He's got limited range of motion in his neck, and both of his shoulders slightly rotate forward. So there is a slight muscle atrophy going on in his posterior upper back area, as well as his neck. So just implementing neck stretches, holding stretches in each movement, such as flexion, extension, lateral flexion stretches will increase that range of motion. Strengthening upper back as well as shoulder stability movements in his warm-ups will be very important. And then the work section, having severe congestive heart failure, we want to focus on gradually increasing his aerobic capacity to strengthen the walls of his heart and just overall heart tissue. And then just staying at a MAP 10. Thank you.